Hey, welcome to the Reddit time. Man of Reddit, what is the hardest thing to explain to women? Ooh, it must be interesting. Long story short, let's start. When we say we need time or space, that's exactly what we need. It's not code for you need to try harder. When you ask me how my day was or what I did today, nothing in my day usually stands out as special. So I just don't remember. I usually don't remember what I do. I just leave. Too clean for the hamper, too dirty for the drawer. That's why I put my cargo shorts on the floor. I have a spot in the closet, hidden from my wonderful but short wife, where pants go for further use. I'm seriously not checking you out every time you walk by in the office. I turn my head for damn near everything that enters my periphery. You are really not that special. This makes me so fucking self-conscious in the gym. Every time someone walks past, I look, especially in the mirrors, and I always catch the eye of a girl probably thinking I'm checking her out. I really don't want to be seen as that creepy guy making girls at the gym uncomfortable. It's really the last thing I'm thinking about. Sometimes an erection just happens. We don't control the scene, it's a physical response that could literally be from nothing. I accidentally walked into a door the other day and I got rock hard. Kinky. Sometimes, this is me personally, so I can't say it's common, the struggle not to share emotions isn't as much the worry of backlash from society or friends, etc. It's more just a conflict within ourselves to verbalize and come out with it. I trust my friends with respecting how I feel, I just can't get it out because I'm fighting myself. Edit. I'm glad this has helped some people focus a general feeling into a somewhat coherent thought. I hope someday we all can climb out of these better people. Well, sometimes I want to express my feelings and the maximum thing I can get out of it is 2 sentences. I don't always want to be the one that initiates sex. It makes me feel like a creep. It doesn't necessarily make me feel like a creep, but it makes me think the girl doesn't actually want sex most of the time. When a girl does ask for sex or initiates it in her own way, it makes it so much more fun for me and takes out a lot of the anxiety and stress that sometimes surrounds sex in a relationship, because it really does feel like a two-sided give and receive situation. I've tried so hard to explain this to my girlfriend and previous girlfriends before, it's really hard to vocalize. They think I'm not interested since I don't want to initiate all the time, and that's really not the case. The specifics of not code. It's easy to say up if you know them, down if you don't, but the exact meaning of the downward not is hard to translate. It's seeing them, acknowledging them, and saying that neither of us have any issue with each other. A not up is like a question, what's up, how it's going? A not down is like a statement, I acknowledge you. When we say we don't care, we really don't care. Yes, we can have an opinion on something, but when we say we don't care, that means our opinion isn't strong enough to sway us either way on something. I learned to say I don't have a preference, that always seems to come across better. Be it an angle or the wounded split stream, usually post-erection, that sometimes we need personal space and it has nothing to do with our opinion of you. Definitely. When I first moved in with this girl, she wasn't working and I was. So every day I would be up at 6 a.m. to go to work and then back late on an evening to find her, her brother, her friends, all sitting around the living room and all wanting to talk to me. Like, sod off, I just got it from work, can I have 5 minutes alone to just reset myself? Alone time is great and everyone should have at least 30 minutes of it daily. How much compliments mean to us. It's a different type of happy when a guy gets complimented. I got like 3 real compliments from people that I take at least a little seriously. Oh, and speaking of compliments, I like your name. Edit. 4 compliments. Edit 2. 5 holy moly. Happiness noise. Sometimes we could use a hug, or at least a high five. We appreciate women making the first move. Making the first move feels like stepping on eggshells. We are still a human, so that means we have feelings too. So please take care when choosing your words when you are arguing with us. My ex would say horrible things when fighting, then wonder why I wasn't in the mood to fuck her for a few days afterwards. Seriously, I have learned to hate teachers that would teach the sticks and stones rhyme, because the truth is, stick and stones can break bones and harsh words will fucking destroy your self-esteem for years, requiring mental counseling, and even then you might never heal. The stick and stones scene works when a 7-year-old calls you a poopy head, fart, poop face. Not when your spouse says, the day I regret most is the day I met you. Also, you're fat. Yes, someone who really knows you and really wants to hurt you can do some critical damage pretty easily, especially if she is your soul. I really want to see if we'll get along well enough to date, but I'm horrible at maintaining a conversation without being too safe or too out there. Edit. A word speech edit type bit. I'm just horrible at maintaining conversations at all. That the reason I check the gas pump the amount of time I do after I finish pumping gas is the same reason I check my dick after I pee. It's just good sense. Why I don't know what the fuck my best friend is up to in life even after hanging out with him all day. Why my husband bothers telling me information about our friends is the world's greatest mystery. Corey's moving apparently. Or where to? I don't know, but like, moving out of the city? Did he get a job somewhere? When is he leaving? I don't know, he just said he's moving. This is oddly specific to my situation. My name is Corey and I'm moving soon, lol. Good luck, Corey, I will forget you. I chat with my friend for an hour on the phone. We talk about video games, sports, etc. He's been my friend from high school and we were best men in each other's weddings. So after the call my wife says, "What's going on with his family?" I don't know. You didn't talk about his family? Look, I'm sure they are fine. If they weren't, he would have told me. The first, that I'm simply not clairvoyant. You need to tell me what it is you really want. The second, if you're disappointed in something, say so. I can take it, as long as it's not number one. The third, this dilemma. If I ask you what's wrong and you say nothing, am I supposed to believe you or call you a liar? I made a pact with my wife. I will ask once if everything is fine. If she says yes, I will treat her as if everything is fine. If she says no, we can talk about it if she wants. This happened because she screamed at me that I didn't care about her problems. At the time I asked her if she was fine. She said yes. I said, okay, wanna do the brewery nearby? And apparently nothing was okay. That men can sit for hours talking and talk about nothing. And it is really okay to interrupt us from talking for hours about things that we seem to understand but really have no freaking clue whatsoever. We will likely to pick it up again next weekend and continue our discussion. That just because I'm quiet in your presence doesn't mean I'm upset. Just means I'm either tired, don't have anything to say, or I'm thinking about something. Yeah, dude, I feel this one. My default state is sitting quietly. My roommate, however, feels the need to fill every silence she encounters with words. I think that she interprets my quietness as me not wanting to talk to her, when in reality I just have nothing to say at the moment. As much as we are seen as Sexcrazed peeps, we talk so little about women when we get together for drinks or something like that, and when we do, the topic doesn't last long. Literally can't even remember when was the last time me and my best bud talked about women. We are both single too. Just usually talking about our old friends from school and what they are doing, cars, our jobs, sport or politics occasionally. An itch in my dick is way worse than an itch anywhere else. An itching dick on a children's playground is one of life's worst pranks. Delete this, nephew. Sometimes I'm just horny, but in a committed relationship, sometimes I look at you and I'm just so in love that I want to be as close and intimate with you as I can, which is sex. My ex and I had different love languages and she would worry that I don't love her as much as she loves me, which was just crazy because I was head over heels for her at all times. Trying to explain that this really close, lovey sex was one of the ways I showed her exactly how deeply I was in love with her, but she didn't get it. That just because I'm a guy doesn't mean I don't care. I've had women talk to me about guys losing their hair. He's a guy who doesn't care. I know a lot of guys who hate being bald or the fact that they are balding and their hair is thinning and hairline is receding. This idea that we don't care or don't care about our looks because we are a guy is ridiculous. I really hate how much hair I've lost. I mean daily. Multiple times a day. The fact that we can ride in a car with another man for 5 hours and not say a word drives my wife crazy. I drove 400 miles with my father to go see my sister, and most of our conversation topics were about when we will stop and eat something and how good our meals were. And there is nothing wrong with that at all. Why we bottle our emotions up? This. My wife and I lost a dog in our second year of marriage. He was sick for a month and she was crying softly about it on a daily basis. I was extremely sad but never cried. Then when they took him away at the vet's office, I cried loudly and uncontrollably for what felt like an hour, probably realistically like 45 seconds though, and just couldn't calm myself down. In the car she said, you know, if you didn't bottle it up and let it out a little at the time, you wouldn't get like that. What she didn't understand at the moment is that for a lot of men, we don't have that middle ground of crying. It's either nothing or everything. A lot of us never learned how to cry in a semi-controlled manner because we never saw a man do that when we were young. I'm 40 years old and I've never seen my father cry. Not at any of our weddings, not at his parents' funerals, nothing. In other words, I've never had the subconscious model of how a man is supposed to cry, and don't have any practice at it. When I try to make myself cry, I can't, whereas my wife can watch any commercial with sick animals, cry quietly for 5 seconds, and then be done with it. Thank you for watching this video, I appreciate it a lot. If you have anything to add, you can comment down below. Also subscribe to our channel, give us big thumbs up, and see you in the next video.